Let's go, let's go, let's go. This is Moonwolf Crypto, and I've got a surprise for you guys today because we're going to talk about a little project I like to call ZADA. And ZADA, if you haven't ever heard of the name, is actually not just a one-trick pony. They're not just a one-coin wonder. They are a trilogy series of tokens. And the first one that was released last year in November is called ZADA. Okay, and you can check out their website. It's called ZADAuniverse.com. ZADA, upon its launch back in November, I forget what day it was, maybe November 15th or something like that. It only took ZADA 2 weeks after their launch day to obtain an $18 million market cap. $18 million market cap in 14 days. Woo! Man, I remember being in on the pre-sale. I found them on Reddit. Couldn't find them anywhere else. I found them on Reddit, and you know, they had a Telegram group. I joined. There was hardly anybody in it at the start. And I remember as we got up to the launch day, I mean, that Telegram just blew up. Tons and tons and tons of people were pouring in. It's just a beautiful thing to see. You know, pre-sale happened. We launched. Everything went parabolic from the beginning. And it reached, I forget exactly what the market cap was at their first all-time high, their first peak. But then it retraced for a bit. I don't know, week and a half or so. And then all of a sudden, it's like somebody just flipped a switch and that thing went crazy parabolic. Crazy parabolic. I was in the voice chat in their Telegram when that was happening. And people were, I mean, to say to you that everyone in the Telegram was celebrating was an absolute understatement. These people, I mean, it was just, it was such a positive vibe. We had such a blast, and really the community in ZADA, I mean, you guys should, I highly recommend, just come to the Telegram group, man. I mean, it's a positive vibe. Everybody loves everybody. Very, very positive vibes in the Telegram group. The community is amazing. So many people are willing to help and answer questions. I mean, they have some mods in there, but you know, it kind of almost feels like everyone's a mod sometimes, just because of how supportive we all are with the project and in the community. So ZADA, a trilogy series token, right? So they came out with ZADA. Here we are, full circle. It's been a full year. They survived a full year, and they're ready to launch their Series 2 token. And again, I'll go over this with you guys for those of you that don't know, but ZADA is a hyper-reflectionary token. There's an 18% buy and sell tax, okay? I know, that's kind of steep, isn't it? But this was a token that was meant to be held onto. So, and what I mean by that is, you know, when you hold ZADA, you're going to receive tons of reflections, right? Because 10% of that 18%, 10 of it is reflected back to all the holders in the format of Binance pegged Cardano. So ADA is reflected back to you, and it really depends on the size of your bag, how much of those 10% fees you guys are going to be collecting. You know, the bigger your bag, the more reflections you're going to get. The other thing is 4% goes to the liquidity pool, 2% goes to the marketing wallet. And we all know how important a marketing wallet is, because, I mean, if you're going to launch a token and try to do it successfully, you got to have some kind of marketing somewhere, right? And it's, you know, there's a lot of things you can do for free for marketing, but a lot of the heavy lifters they're going to cost money, and it's an investment. So these people are businessmen. They know what they're doing, and they spend that marketing wallet very, very wisely. They do not just go out on a whim and blow it all. They investigate deeply and thoroughly first. The opportunity presented to them. So really proud of the marketing team there. Those guys are doing really great. They know what they're doing. And actually, last year, I believe it was last year, before the end of the year, or maybe it might have been during the transition into this year. I forget when it was. They went to, the whole team went over to Las Vegas, and they put up billboards, guys, billboards in Las Vegas for ZADA. They put up all these taxis running all over the place. They all have these like little boards above the cars for advertisements, these like LED light signs, and they bought a ton of advertising. Like, anyone that grabbed a taxi for like, I don't know, a couple of weeks was gonna have to read about ZADA. It was amazing, guys. And they even took a live video, or they recorded a video of them traveling through the city and talking to people on the streets, handing out flyers, business cards, just making the people in Vegas aware of ZADA. And what better place than to go to a place like that for cryptocurrency? I don't know. So these guys are legit. They mean business. And great group of guys there on the team. I've been so fortunate to be able to talk to those people. Love them to death. Couldn't say any better things about them. I mean, they're just like us. They're just like normal people, but they have a dream and they have a vision and they have a drive to get it done, guys. And that's exactly what they're going to do here. They're about to launch Series 2. We don't know what it's going to be called yet, or at least I don't know. Maybe somebody knows out there. I don't know. We don't really know much about it at all, other than they give us this little image of an ecosystem roadmap, if you will. Kind of talks about how the Trilogy tokens are going to intertwine and work together to formulate an ecosystem, a very desirable ecosystem to be a part of. And they've said since day one, ZADA is the baby. The first token they launched, ZADA, that's their baby. They're going to give it all the love and tender care they can. Series 2 token, Series 3 token, they're all going to help contribute to lift up ZADA, but they also are going to have a lot of power just themselves on their own to do very, very great things. So I'm excited, guys. If you missed their ZADA's launch and you missed that $18 million market cap pump last year, I am very sorry. We try to do everything we can to sound the alarms and tell the world, but there's really only so much that we can do in a short amount of time. We only had 2 weeks before it happened. And to be quite honest with you, $18 million market cap in 2 weeks is quite unprecedented. I mean, that you just won't find that too often in the DeFi space. I mean, it's just rare and beautiful, and wonderful. So when they launch Series 2, people already know about us now after the first launch. Second launch, all the same people are going to know about us, and all we got to do is market more to those who have not heard to us. And that's what I'm trying to do right now. Just trying to expose them a little bit. Please do your own research. This is not financial advice. If you choose to buy the token, that's on you. If you choose to sell the token, that's on you. If you choose not to buy it, period, that is on you. But I'm definitely hopping in, and I can't wait to see what's in store for ZADA and their Trilogy series in the future. One last thing I got to mention, going back to their tokenomics and how the 18% tax on all buys and sells works. I saved this for the last, partially because I forgot to mention it the first time, but also partially because this is one of the sweetest parts about their buy and sell tax, guys. So essentially 2% goes to what's called the LMS wallet. Okay, what does LMS stand for? Well, it's simple. It stands for last man standing. And they really wanted to formulate some tokenomics that would encourage people to hold and by giving them an incentive for doing so. And not only just hold, but hold a significant amount of tokens. So the LMS, to qualify for the LMS, you have to have 1 billion ZADA tokens. If you have 1 billion or more ZADA tokens, you are what's called, in the ZADA universe, an LMS qualifier. Now, the LMS wallet is dispersed back to all LMS qualifiers every week on Friday. They call Friday Payday Friday, because on Friday, that pool of 2% of all the volume that occurred over the past week, it just builds and builds and builds in this pool, and then it's reflected back to the LMS qualifiers on Friday. Now, one of the really amazing things that they've done with the LMS wallet in this feature is that, you know, with simple reflections, it really depends on the size of your bag, how much you get based off that volume. But with the LMS, let's say there's, you know, who knows how many qualifiers at the time. Let's say there's 250 LMS qualifiers. 250 people for the past week had 1 billion or more tokens in their wallet. Well, it doesn't matter if you have 1 billion, 2 billion, 3 billion, 4 billion, 100 billion, doesn't matter. You're going to get an even distribution of that LMS wallet, right? You're going to get the reflections out of that LMS wallet. If you have 1 billion tokens, you're going to get the same amount of that LMS wallet that somebody who has 100 billion tokens had. Okay, and just so you know, 1 billion tokens as of right now with ZADA is 0.1% of the supply. That's all I got for you today. This is Moonwolf Crypto, and I'm out.